You have been here before, but for those of you that don't know how this works, I'm going to go over the rules. You need a red number. They are free. When you get your number, stapled to it is a list of vehicles to be sold today. I'm selling them in the order on your list, starting with M1, that scooter, and I'm going to go straight down. They may or may not be in order in the inspection area. I don't know. But we don't sell them by rows or by columns. We sell them in the order on the list. They could be mixed up. So don't buy the wrong car. Everything on your list will be sold under Civil Code Section 3072. What does that mean? That means everything in the auction today was appraised at $4,000 or less. If any of the cars on the auction today go over $4,000, we have to pull them off the sale, rerun their paperwork through DMV, and they come back later on as long lean vehicles. Those are vehicles that we sell at auction that have been appraised at $4,000 or more. For example, next week, we're here every Thursday. Next Thursday, we have a long lane vehicle. It's a 2013 Audi S5. Haven't seen it yet. Don't know what condition it's in. But if it's in good condition, it should be a nice vehicle. How many we have to go along with that, I don't know. Haven't seen those yet. Could be 5, 10, 20, 30, I don't know. Okay? Everything on the list today, sold as is. There are no warranties or guarantees on anything that you buy today. You have from 8:30 to 10. You have an hour and a half to inspect them. That gives you time to call DMV or look them up on the internet or go through a private company like Carfax. Do your homework. All sales are final. Due diligence. It's up to you as the buyer to make sure you know the correct year, make, model, and any history. You're the one paying for it. You're the one that's going to be driving it or selling it or using it for parts. Make sure you know what you're getting into. You're responsible for all registration. It could be passed through with penalties. You're responsible for getting it to pass smog. You're responsible for getting new plates. Some are running. Some are not. Some have keys. Some don't. If it was impounded with the key, Hollywood Tow gives you the key for free. If they hired a locksmith to make the key, cost of the key is probably written on the window. We have 4 vehicles today that were impounded without keys that they made keys for. Just because the vehicle has a key or they make a key for it doesn't mean it runs. Sometimes you make a key for a vehicle and it still won't start, okay? So make sure you know if it's running or not. Is it a stick? Is it an automatic? What's the mileage? Is there any check engine light or service lights on it? Anything like that. That's up to you to make sure you know what you're bidding on before you bid on it. As soon as I say sold, they're going to open up the side gate here. Right down at the end of the fence is the gate. You go to that window right there where that gentleman is standing. That is the cashier's window. You must have the full amount plus tax, about 10% city parking tax. You need that in cash right now in your pocket. If you do not have the full amount of money, they won't give you the vehicle. No personal checks, no company checks, no credit cards, no deposits, no down payments, no financing, no ATM or debit. You can't say, here's $2,000, $3,000 and I'll be right back. Some auctions let you do that. Hollywood Tow does not. So make sure you have the full amount on you when you're bidding. None of these vehicles have been inspected. No safety inspections, no braking light, no smog, nothing. Please, if you buy a vehicle today, I recommend you tow it to a mechanic first to make sure it's roadworthy. For your safety, for the safety of the other people on the road with you, get them checked out, okay? When the auction's over, the motorcycle and all the vehicles that are coming out this gate, show them your receipt, take your vehicle with you, okay? Any questions at all? Some of them, let's see, one vehicle we know for sure has a history of junk car salvage, and it's marked, I believe it's that Audi, it's marked on your list with an asterisk. You may need to get a brake and light inspection. You notice, especially near the end of the auction, there's a lot of vehicles that have severe damage to them. We look at the list, we don't see a history of junk car salvage. Could it come back later on, junk car salvage? Of course. We have no control over when DMV provides that information to the public, or when an insurance company or a salvage yard provides the information to DMV. So, buyer beware. Make sure you know what you're getting into before you bid, because if a vehicle comes back, junk salvage, out of state, VIN record not on file, prior police, prior taxi, you can't come back and get your money back. That's not how this works, okay? Any questions at all before we get going? Okay? I'm gonna sell them in order. I'm gonna start with that Yamaha scooter, and I'm gonna go straight down the list. Whenever you guys are ready, I'm good to go. Here we go. Starting the auction, M102 Yamaha. I got $250 opening bid on the Yamaha scooter. Looking for 275. 275 down, 3 and a quarter. 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 375 down, 4 down the quarter, down the half. Down 75, 475, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half. 5 and a quarter is right here. Looking for 550. Last call. Sold it. 5 and a quarter. You got it. To buyer number 5 and a quarter to 992. On M1, we're coming up to the gate right now. As soon as that scooter is paid for in full, plus tax, cash, they're gonna let me know, and I'm going to number 2, the Audi. Again, look at these vehicles carefully. DMV sometimes doesn't always have the correct information. It could be a different year, make, model, could have a different history. Look at the expiration date of the registration. Is it junk or salvage or out of state? Can you see the mileage? Does it have keys? Does it run? That's how you use the buyer. Is there any body damage on it? All that good stuff. Make sure you know these things.
El que está haciendo los trabajos está diciendo que tenemos que checar bien los carros que tienen, si están marcados con salvage, probablemente no tengan llave, probablemente sí tengan llave, y que todo eso va bajo la responsabilidad del comprador y que no hay regresos. Entonces tiene que poner mucha atención uno cuando compra, porque muchas veces son salvage y no están marcados, y probablemente ellos aquí no tengan el papel donde dice salvage, pero cuando uno va al DMV aparece que es salvage y ellos no regresan el dinero. Entonces la subasta se vende el carro como está, no importa nada más. Quede con
500 opening bid, 5 and a quarter bid out of the half. 5 and a half down, 75 down, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 675, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half, 775, 8 and a quarter, the quarter, 8 and a quarter, new bidder, 8 and a half, the half, last call, sold it. 8 and a quarter. To buyer number 971. Vehicle number 2, 8 1/4. Buyer, 971.
825.
Backup bidder is that 995? What number is that?
Ahorita van a hacer las dos Charger.
Go to number 3, 07 Dodge Charger.
Del 2007.
I think it's right behind it. Again, next week, 2013 Audi. DMV shows it has an S5. I think you can go on Hollywood Tows website and they have pictures of some of the vehicles coming up next week.
Ya solamente que cancele el del carrito, no se van al siguiente carro. Si el que hizo, que ganó la subasta no lo paga en completo, porque si no lo paga lo vuelven a subastar.
Number 3, 07 Dodge Charger, next. Here we go. 550, opening bid, 575, should have been down, 6, 6 and a quarter down the half, down 75, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half, 775, 8 and a quarter, 8 and a half, 875, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a half, 975, 1,000, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 1075, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half, 1175, 12 and a quarter, 12 and a half. I got 12 and a quarter right here. Looking for 1250, lot 1250, 1275, 13.
Este es el Charger, casi no se ve, que salí un poco afuera para ver si lo podíamos ver, pero lastimosamente casi no se distingue.
1375 right here. Looking for 14. Last call. Sold. 1375.
1375 el Charger
To buyer
2007.
number.
2007.
Is that 964 or 064? Buyer number 64.
Vamos a ver si apostamos en alguno y regresamos para comentar si agarramos algo. Bueno, espero que les haya gustado. Comenten, compartan el video si les gustó, si quisieran que pusiéramos más videos de esta forma. Y pues ahí estamos. Y como dice nuestro amigo Bogart, regresamos en un momento.